Hi, my name is Leandro, and I'm a part of the Identity Advanced Cloud Engineer ACE team at Microsoft. As an admin, you may have received a duplicate attribute error while syncing or updating a user object from your on-premise Active Directory to your Azure AD tenant in the cloud, either through self-investigation or Azure AD Connector Health. In this video, let's try to understand what is duplicate attributes are and what is duplicate attributes resilience feature. So what is duplicate attributes? Duplicate attributes is what happens when two or more objects try to use the same value in the attribute where only a unique value is allowed in the entire tenant. Azure AD schema doesn't allow two or more objects to have the same value of these following attributes: mail, proxy addresses, sign-in name, and user principal name. Each object in Azure AD is forced to have a unique value of these attributes. If Azure AD Connect attempts to add a new object or update an existing object with a value for the preceding attributes that's already assigned to another object in Azure AD, the operation will result in a sync error. There is two types of errors for objects that are in conflict by duplication of attributes. These errors can be quarantine attribute value must be unique and attribute value must be unique. Let's see an example of a duplicate attribute error in Azure AD Portal. As we can see, the duplicate attribute error shows the error type quarantine attribute value must be unique between two objects, Zilemanel and Zemanel. That is highlighted attribute is proxy addresses. As we can see, the SMTP Zemanel at HTX XYZ is duplicated between these two users. Now, what is duplicate attribute resilience feature? Duplicate attribute resilience is a feature in Azure AD that will eliminate friction caused by UPN and SMTP proxy address conflicts when running one of Microsoft's synchronization tools. These two attributes are generally required to be unique across all user, group, or contact objects in a given Azure AD tenant. Let's understand now the difference in the synchronization process that happens with and without the duplicate attribute resilience. Starting with the sync behavior without the duplicate attribute resilience, the attempt to provision a new object with a UPN or proxy address value that violates the uniqueness constraint, Azure AD blocks that object from being created. The provision attempt or update is retried by the sync service upon each export cycle and continue to fail until the conflict is resolved. An error report mail is generated upon each attempt and an error is logged by the sync client. Now, with the duplicate attribute resilience feature, instead of completely failing to provision or update an object with a duplicate attribute, Azure AD quarantines the duplicate attribute which would violate the uniqueness constraint. If this attribute is required for provisioning, like UPN, the service assigns a placeholder value. The format of this temporary value is original prefix plus 4-digit numbers at initialtenantdomain.onmicrosoft.com. Upon quarantining the attribute, information about the conflict is sent in the same error report mail using the behavior without the duplicate attribute resilience. However, this info only appears in the error report one time when the quarantine happens. It does not continue to be logged in future emails. Azure AD looks every hour for duplicate attribute conflicts that have been resolved and automatically removes the attributes in the question from quarantine. You need to solve the sync errors by updating the conflicting source object from the on-premise side. The sync error will be resolved after the next sync. For steps on how to resolve the duplicate attribute issue caused by UPN or proxy address, check out the next videos. I hope this video helps and thanks for watching.